This is the week of my wedding, which means I am AFK from streaming and making content. But luckily, I thought ahead and I called upon my friends for this awesome content creator bash between my wedding and my honeymoon. In this video, I call upon my friend Java Flips, who is a YouTuber that specializes in reselling. So we play a fun game of higher or lower with some Pokemon merchandise. Whoa, a wild trainer appeared. What is up, Josh, AKA Java Flips? How you doing, homie?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Good. So it appears that we digitally locked eyes, which you know what that means, right?
Well, of course. It has to be like some sort of battle?
Yes, it would obviously mean that we're about to engage in a Pokemon battle, but this is no ordinary Pokemon battle. Your big thing is what again?
Reselling, thrifting, but also collecting. So finding Pokemon and nostalgic items out in the wild. But yeah, Pokemon's the big one that I like to look for.
Well, lucky for you, I knew I might run into you, so I accumulated my own team of Pokemon merchandise, and I'm challenging you to a higher or lower Pokemon battle. What do you say?
I'm in.
Fantastic, let's do this. I would say, how about you throw out your first merchandise?
All right, well, on the topic of thrifting and finding things in a collecting manner, this first item, before I show this first item, I go to this place called the Goodwill Bins. It's an outlet store, and you pay per pound rather than per item. One day, out of the blue, I found this amazing thing called the Pokemon Battle Stadium. You can see right there.
What?
Yeah. It was complete.
That's so cool.
I don't want to take it out of the box. The box is in pretty rough shape.
What?
But we're going to look at this item and see the value of it. And what's really interesting about it is that I paid $2.76 for this at the bins per pound.
Oh my god. There's no way it's worth that much now.
So yeah, I mean, there's no way it was worth that when it came out either. So it's kind of crazy that I found it, and it works. All that being said, I want to know, do you think that the value of this Pokemon computerized battle stadium, using the image that I sent you, not the one that I just showed in person, we're going to look at a recent sell from eBay. Do you think that that item in that picture, all things combined, is higher or lower in value than $150?
I have a feeling that the Pokemon Battle Stadium set, out of the box, or not out of the box, is actually higher than $150.
Higher than $150. At higher than $150, you would be incorrect.
Oh.
It is lower, but not much lower. Picture, that particular listing just sold on eBay for $128. And I paid $2.76 for that.
Okay, so unfortunately, I lost that bit, but now let's see if we can tie up this first round or if you'll take the point.
Okay.
Are you ready for my first item?
I am ready,
my first
please.
Pokeball. Let's go. I choose you. Pokemon Gale of Darkness XD for the GameCube, which was my first Pokemon video game that I had for a major console. So I hold it near and dear to my heart, but at the same time, I don't know if everyone else in the world does. Here's the original box art type of thing. So Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, for those of you that don't know, and to give you a little bit of backstory, it was a spin-off Pokemon game, the second for the GameCube. It was a sequel to a previous game, Pokemon Coliseum, and the gimmick of the game was Shadow Pokemon. You didn't find wild Pokemon, you found Shadow Pokemon that were like essentially corrupted, and you had to purify them and catch them to build your team and to save them. So there was essentially every Pokemon you encountered, there was like one per game.
And we haven't seen this particular version of Lugia in any other game since, right?
No. We have not. Do you think at the current, this is now about what they go for on the internet, given all the fluctuation of eBay and everything like that and bidders, do you think it is higher or lower than $170?
So as soon as you popped it up, I had a number in mind. And I'm going to say two things. One, I think that it's lower in value than 170. And specifically, I think that it's worth $134. I don't know why that number came to me.
All right, so you said it's lower at the value of 133, correct? Is that what you're saying?
134.
134. That extra dollar makes all the difference because that extra dollar actually sets you even lower. The original value of this game was $50. You could buy it for the GameCube. My mom bought it for me for $50.
Nice.
It is now worth $200.
Oh my gosh. Dang, that's crazy.
It's
I mean,
nuts.
I think I knew that this game was one of the most valuable, not the most valuable Pokemon game, by the way. Pokemon Box is the most valuable Pokemon GameCube game.
Round 2, let's do this. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves on this one.
Okay, round 2. So round 1, we are tied up going into round 2. In round 2, I have another item that I found. This time was not per pound. This item wasn't purchased by the pound. It was actually purchased at a Goodwill. I think I bought it for $8.99 or so, and it is incomplete, but the item that I am talking about is this one right here, the Pokemon Battle Dome from the year 2005.
Oh my god, so wait, what is this thing? I've never seen this before in my life.
So it is incomplete, so I can't properly play the version that I have. Again, you have the image of a recent eBay listing that I found. But this is like some sort of combination of like Sorry and Hungry Hungry Hippos and pinball. They call it the Frantic Pinball Battle Game on the box. Do you think the value of this item is higher or lower than $60? $60.
All right, so Pokemon Battle Dome, the Frantic Pinball Battle Game, I want to say is lower than $60. You know what? I'm gonna double it down. I'm gonna say it goes for. I'll just cut it in half. $30.
Ooh.
I'm a gambling man. Let's go.
I will say.
I hang out the Pokemon corner.
You are correct on one of the two answers, and it's the one that matters, which it is lower than $60. Recently, that item just sold for $50. It sells for $50 on average across eBay.
Ooh, see, I wanted to guess 55, but I was like, well, it can't be that. I was like, oh man. Okay, cool. Well, that's dope. Okay. All right, are you ready for my second item?
I am ready, Mr. Quoorn, for your second item.
Let's do this. So this one also holds a little bit of sentimental value to me. I had this toy growing up. This is one of my toys. This is one of the toys I found. So this is a big ol' OG Pikachu plush, which means it's chonky. It is a chonky Pikachu toy.
This is like
it's
a legitimate chonky Pikachu too.
Not Gigantamax. It's not the Gigantamax toy that they have out now.
I actually was just holding that up as you were saying that.
For just another frame of reference, this thing goes up to, so I'm like 6'1", 6'2", somewhere around there. Right now, me standing up next to this thing, from what I can remember, it would probably go up to probably like my knee or so, or like maybe like just above the calf.
And what year did you say this was from?
This,
or roughly?
I don't know the year. I had it when I was growing up. So I moved to a different state when I was 7.
Okay.
And so I had it back in my previous hometown. So I had it probably around the very early 2000s. I was born in 97, so I believe by the time I could actually form memories and stuff, it would have been probably between 2000 and probably 2005 is when I had this thing, most likely.
Okay. Good frame of reference.
And then do you want the original value of it?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so the original value of it, from what I could find through old postings and records and stuff, it was valued at about $50. So, because it was a large plush, and it was Pokemon merch. Now the question is it higher or lower than $500?
Are you kidding me? That's the number. That's the number that you give me. Oh my gosh! You know what? I'm not even gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna say lower than $500.
You, my friend, would be 100% correct. It is lower than $500.
What's it selling for?
So what I found was I found one that was going for $500. I believe that was people kind of outbid each other just on like eBay or something silly like that. I don't think that one was super accurate, but on the very, very low end, it was $180 actually. So it sells, from what I found just scrolling through the internet, the lowest end is $180 and the highest end is $500.
And imagine if you still had it.
Oh,
you'd be saying whoa for a completely different reason because the value is insane.
Let's just say this game did not bring a ton of joy to my face when I was looking up my own like things to pick. There were definitely some on here where I'm like, you're joking. I could have made how much money if I held on to this thing?
Yeah, or think about how much money it would be worth for the 50th anniversary of Pokemon. It would be insane.
Speaking of Pokemon collectors,
Ooh.
we have a very close friend of ours who's a Pokemon collector known as Alchemy Sunday, and she is huge in the Pokemon collecting world, and she's getting a lot of traction in that realm of things, from everything from Pez to plushies, like to silverware and things like that, anything in between. So this next round is dedicated to Alchemy Sunday, who helped us actually find some items, and this is the Alchemy Sunday round where we get to use items that were given to us by Alchemy Sunday through what she's picked up in her travels of collecting Pokemon merchandise. So, would you like to kick off the Alchemy Sunday round of higher or lower?
I absolutely would. First of all, thank you again, Alchemy Sunday, for supporting us in this endeavor. And thanks for sending us some items. These are items literally straight from out of her possession. She sent us photos of them and some more information. So she kind of did some of the work for us here, but we knew that reaching out to her, we would get some good items. I have no idea what you got, so I'm very excited to see.
I have no idea what you got.
But you're about to see right now. So this is the first item that I don't have on hand to show, but I think it's an adorable one. And it happens to be a Psyduck teapot.
I knew it. Oh, I seen it with that. I've seen it on her channel. Oh, I love it. It
is a Psyduck teapot, and to make sure that I get this correct, I want to repeat how she described it. So this teapot was only released in Japan, originally going for 13,200 yen, which equates to about 99 US dollars. So that's about what it was going for when it was available in Japan. So my question to you, Quoorn, do you think this Psyduck teapot is higher or lower in value than $150?
Like, things released only in Japan, especially in the US, go for quite a bit of money. They go for quite a bit. And this being a limited time thing, higher or lower than 150? I have to say it is going to be, you said it originally sold for $99 US?
Yeah.
I will guess it is higher than 150. What is this thing now worth?
On average, this item is selling at $220, which makes you correct at higher than 150.
Oh my god! Like, I'm not even like freaking out at the fact that I got it right. I'm freaking out at the fact that this little teapot goes for $200, like more than $200.
It is a
like,
functional
on average
teapot though, so it's not only a good collector shelf piece, it's a good functional piece too. That is, thank you again, Alchemy Sunday, for my submission. Now I would like to see what she sent to you, because everything that I see on her channel is a sight to see, so I'm excited, but I have no idea what the value of anything that she has is. So
when I first saw the photo, I was like, I don't think this is gonna be worth that much, but she gave me some backstory to it that I think is gonna really, really test your limit as a reseller guessing prices.
Okay,
so
all right.
What Alchemy Sunday sent me is this Snorlax bowl.
Oh my god.
That she got. Right? It's a Snorlax bowl. And she got it from the Pokemon Cafe in Japan. And you can only buy these at the Pokemon Cafe in Japan. And quick little bonus round, guess how long you have to, like, in advance, you have to reserve a spot at the Pokemon Cafe in Japan.
Is it a 6-month waiting period?
it is a 1 month waiting period. So
Oh.
you have to make sure that you get your name in at least 1 month before.
Wow, that's insane.
Is what they like require. You can't just walk in. You can't do it a week ahead. You can't do it like 2 days ahead. Like you have to do it a full month. It originally sold for $15 US is what she bought it for. So now you have to guess. Is it higher or lower than $70?
I would 100% be eating some noodles off the Snorlax's tummy.
Right? How
I'm
awesome
gonna say. I think last time I said lower. I think I'm gonna go lower for the second round in a row. Actually, the third round in a row because the first time I said lower and was wrong. I'm gonna say lower for the third time in a row in hopes that I'm correct. Lower than $70. Final answer.
Lower than $70 is your final answer. I regret to inform you that it is not lower than $70. It's not lower than $70.
What is it?
A little bit of wiggle room here, but it's like around the $70 like range type of thing. Like she couldn't give me a quite exact number on things. She just kind of said, oh, like the average selling point is like maybe a little over $70 or like $70 from what she can tell.
Oh man, so you're putting me right on the cusp. You've got me like within dollars of the correct amount on this.
It was hard, yeah. Like, but definitely like does not sell for lower than like 70 is like definitely.
That's
I
the
think
bottom line.
probably the lowest you could find this thing, I believe. All right. Are you ready for round 4? We're getting towards the end. We have 6 Pokemon in our party. We've gone through 3. It's time for round 4. What do you say?
I'm in. I mean, I think I'm losing, so I have to be in because I got to keep going.
I lost track. I know. I got too sidetracked with like finding out what these were actually worth. Out there, like I'm gonna insert right here what the actual like score is right now.
So for round 4, I actually have a kind of special piece. It's a very limited type of piece as far as collecting Pokemon cards goes today. This particular item was only available at the Meijer grocery store chain, which is not available in most areas in the US. I think it's kind of a Midwest type of grocery chain. This particular item is a third-party company repackaging Pokemon cards in what they call the Mega Mystery Power Box. So many people have seen these. They come in many forms. Some of them are like the Mega Mystery boxes are much smaller than this box, but this is the Mega Mystery Power Box, which makes it much larger. This box includes 5 booster packs, 1 bonus pack, so 6 packs total, a collector's album that actually has a pack in it as well, and 1 online code card for the TCG online game. This particular item retails at $40. So I got this one at $40 myself. I was actually fortunate enough to find a couple, so I opened one and I've kept this one sealed for myself. All that being said, I know that you aren't too big into the TCG, but I do know that you're learning and finding your way through it. How confident do you feel about going into this higher or lower question before I even tell you what it is?
No, I think I'm good to go.
Okay. With all of that in mind, do you think that this item is higher or lower in value than $80? That's twice as much as retail.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that seems hefty. So I'm going to say it is less than $80.
Final answer?
I will lock that in. It's my final answer.
It's locked in. Okay. Final answer. You're saying it is lower than $80. The
Lower
Pokemon
than $80.
Mega Mystery Power Box is actually higher. It sells on average for $100 and more.
What? Wait, you bought this for how much though?
$40.
Oh.
I bought this for $40.
Wow.
I think I bought this in January, sometime in early this year. So 2022, this box came out, and it's already jumped because they were all purchased up so quickly.
All right, so unfortunately I didn't take that round. I did not take that round, but let's see if you can go after. I also have a Pokemon card to show off. I have some Pokemon cards as well in my
Ooh, okay, so we're in the
stack of
Pokemon
things.
card round. Okay.
We're in the Pokemon card round. Yes, we have, on my end at least, I got this round and next round are Pokemon card based. So, this, how confident are you in Pokemon cards? Like, are you fairly well versed in them, I would say, or?
No, I feel very well versed. That's actually what pulled me back into Pokemon last year to cause me to create my TikTok in August.
All right. Well, this one should be pretty interesting. This is a Holo Salamence. So the official thing is, it is an Evolving Skies Holo Salamence. And Pokemon card packs, like the pack that this thing would come in, obviously, they go for about $4 to $5 type of thing at like GameStop and other things. Like if you're buying packs individually, I don't know what this came from, but so assuming it just comes from a pack that sells for about $4. So do you think it's gonna be now worth more or less than the $4 pack? Is this thing gonna bring you back your pack money and let you buy a new one, or did you just kind of waste your money on this thing?
100%. In that regards, is a waste of money. This is definitely not worth $4, and I say that almost with too much confidence for the first real time. But tell me if I'm wrong.
Well, this Holo Salamence, this pseudo legendary that is very, very popular among people, is definitely not worth $4. You are very much correct. The value of this thing on card websites goes for about, like what I found, pretty much it was all chalking it up to like 99 cents to $1.
Yeah, and that's
what
actually a common trend that you'll find with most normal holographic cards, which when I say normal holographic, I just mean the normal layout of the card like you see here, but with just the picture holographic. Now, when you start talking about Vs or EXs or GXs where the whole card starts to get shiny, that's when the value starts to get more in the dollar range.
A little cooler.
So, yeah, it is a little bit more flair, but that's also, unfortunately, the holographic cards aren't as valuable. The modern holographic cards aren't as valuable as, say, like the 2000s cards, because Vs and EXs and GXs weren't a thing back then.
Are you ready for round 5?
Round 5. We are coming to the ends of our parties.
Getting to the end.
Score update. I think we are.
Score
I think
update.
we're now tied.
I think we are now tied because I lost that one, but you got that one correct.
As you said at the beginning of your showing of the Salamence, you've got Pokemon cards lined up for that round and this round. I too had Pokemon cards lined up for last round and this round, so it worked out perfectly. All right, so the next, as I wipe off the dust because I don't have shelf space for it yet. The next item and my final Pokemon card related item was actually part of the 25th anniversary celebrations Pokemon card set that came out in fall of 2021, so last year. And it was the big one. It was the big item that everybody was looking for when the anniversary set came out. And that specific item is called the Ultra Premium Collection.
Yup.
This celebrations box had a gold Charizard, metal gold Charizard card, and a metal gold Pikachu card, as well as many of the celebrations packs, which again, like the XY Evolution sets did, they brought back a lot of the favorite cards, like the original Charizard, like some Mewtwo cards, like it's all legendaries, all the cards are holographic, but this particular item, the Ultra Premium Collection, was retailing and should still retail at $120.
I knew it was expensive.
Retailed at $120. Quoorn, do you think that this item is higher or lower in value than $250?
It's gotta be higher. Like, I almost feel dumb for even taking a second to think that it's worth anything lower than $250. I'm gonna confidently say it's a higher than $250, and I'll even double it. I think it's going now for probably, I'll say $500.
Well, the 500 number is 100% wrong, so I'll factor that out. But your guess of the value of this being higher than $250 is correct.
Oh, okay, there we go.
It is selling on average, and was selling for average the day it came out. It was already on eBay. I remember this because I was looking for it, for $325, and it still sits about $300 to $350 today.
All right, so you ready for my final card now as well?
I am ready for your round 5 card. Yes.
This one's unique. This one's really, really unique. Just because it feels like it's so silly. Like, it feels ridiculously silly that this is a thing that exists in the world. It's so weird because they use a very odd Pokemon. So this is not gonna say this all in one thing. It is the Pyroar Break Steam Siege Pokemon card. I don't know exactly what this does. I'm guessing this came out around the, obviously, X and Y era
Yep.
or past that. I'm guessing the break is like a special card, like much like the V-Stars or like the V-Cards type of thing, but like this is a very intricate card. It is horizontal. It comes horizontal. It's not a typical vertical card. So then the question is it worth more or less than a $4 pack of Pokemon cards? Will this thing pay for your Pokemon card pack, or will you unfortunately, like the Salamence, not make anything back on it?
Before I answer, I do want to say that the break cards are actually broken up into 2 cards, and they are turned sideways like this because when you combine them, they make the top and bottom half of a normal card. I'm not as confident in this one as I was in the Salamence one, but I feel like, have I only said lower today? Because I'm going to say it again. I think that this is lower than the $4 it would cost for a modern day pack. I don't know if that's how much Steam Siege was at the time, because I wasn't collecting, but I am going to say lower than $4.
Locked and loaded at the lower value, and you are 100% correct. It almost pays for that pack of Pokemon cards. This, from what I found online, is valued at about $3.07 is what
Jeez,
this piece is valued
the top
for.
card is valued at $3. That's pretty good. So I think going into the last round, are we tied?
I believe so.
This
Future
is
Quoorn,
truly-
let us know right now. And with that answer, it brings us to the final round. This is all or nothing. Who will take on this challenge?
It's for all the
We'll
Pokeballs right here.
All the Pokeballs, all the Pokemarbles right here. It is a final round of higher or lower with Java Flips.
All right. So my final, I planned this one out kind of deviously, but also not mischievously.
Okay.
I think that this will be a fun last round, at least from what I'm throwing on the table here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty fun across the board.
Okay, good. So we've met through a group that was created and primarily on TikTok. You and I did, I should say, and also Alchemy Sunday, who we talked about earlier, and many other great Poke friends. That if we started naming them off, I'm not sure that this video would ever end.
It would take forever.
But TikTok actually brought me to this person who owns these particular things. The items that I'm about to show you are 2 items total, and the number I'm going to give you to guess from is a combined total of what I think I want you to go off of. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. So the item I'm going to present the items plural that I'm going to present to you are the Pika-Bug and the Lugia PT Cruiser.
Wait, you said someone owns these that was in the group, the Discord we were in?
No, they were not in the Discord we were in. They were on TikTok. Both of these vehicles were available. I believe the Pikachu one was as well for the release of Gold and Silver back in the day. And obviously, they are both must-haves as Pokemon owners. But are they must-haves in the sense of how much money they cost? That is the question that we are asking today. Which of these 2 vehicles would you drive? That's the first question. This does not have any influence on the points.
Personally, I would take the Lugia one. I like Pikachu, but the Lugia one looks like a ride that's more my style. Like I said, I'm tall. I'm about 6 foot, a little bit over. So I like some room, and the Lugia one looks a little bit more spacious.
Back to business. So a reminder, these we're gonna do a combined total, but we're gonna do a combined total of what you think the user in the photo, Mew is Me 700, paid for these 2 vehicles combined. We've got a PT Cruiser, the Lugia PT Cruiser, and the Peekabug, do you think that combined the values of these vehicles paid by that user are higher or lower than $30,000? That's 30000.
Oh my god. That makes sense. 2 items, 2 Pokemon items. So like that's the thing that's hard about this is cars devalue over time. That's just normal. We all know that from owning cars.
But what about collector's
these are
cars?
Pokemon cars.
Yeah.
Exactly. Collector's cars. Like Jerry Seinfeld and Jay Leno would tell you otherwise. That cars don't always just devalue.
True.
I will say that the Pokemon cars of Pikachu and Lugia is a promotion for Heart Gold and Soul Silver. For Soul Silver.
I think it was for the original Gold and Silver, not for Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Oh, so for the original Gold and Silver games, I will say is higher. It's worth more now, or worth more than when they paid for it for $30,000.
Drum roll, please. Quoorn.
Roll sound effects.
The Peekabug sold to this user for $8,000.
Ooh, okay.
That is half of the equation, not halfway to 30,000, but that doesn't mean that we won't reach it. The Lugia PT Cruiser was sold to user MewIsMe700 for $900.
Ooh, whoa.
So in total, they only paid $8,900 for both vehicles, and that is unfortunately the opposite of what you said, lower than $30,000.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Part of me feels like, I was like, you know what? It's probably got it cheaper because, yeah, someone didn't know what they were giving away, but part of me still wanted to say it, like, just because Pokemon's a wild franchise. You never truly know. So we're at the final round. I did not take that one. I took a big hit, super effective hit, and now it's your turn. All right, the final item is Pokemon Red version for the Game Boy. This was one of the first Pokemon games to come out, and using some online sites, at new, sealed in the box still, the original packaging and everything, is this game, Pokemon Red version, that sold for originally $52, apparently, higher or lower than $2,000.
That's kind of, you picked a good number to go off of, because in my mind I'm somewhere around there. I think this is a complete impulse decision. By the way, I Pokemon Blue version all the way. That was my first ever Pokemon game, and I stand by that to this day. I'm gonna say, since I've said it for 5 rounds in a row, I have to go lower than $2,000. Not only because I've done that, not only because I've said lower for every round, but I do believe that it's less than $2,000.
You think this is less than $2,000?
I don't know, actually.
You are presuming that Pokemon not even Fire Red, Pokemon Red with the Charizard on the box, newly packaged. This is someone from 1998 or even further back probably, who didn't open their game for whatever reason.
For whatever reason.
I will tell you, Java flips. Are you ready for this?
The suspense is killing me.
Java. The suspense will be up in moments from now, because I will tell you the official price, and I will even, to drag it out longer, tell you the graded price of it first.
Oh gosh.
The graded price is $3,840.
Oh my! Is that a 10? It's got to be a PSA 10 or not. Whatever the video game one is.
It says, I think just regular, but who knows?
Yeah.
I don't exactly get it, but okay. So then the new price, the brand new price is $1,864.20. You are correct in saying lower than $2,000. Yeah, $2,000. I was like, wait a minute. So you, Java Flips, actually win.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on to play this game. I do play this game sometimes on my channel. It is a lot of fun. I think I do it with more than just Pokemon, but obviously looking at Pokemon things, we haven't even scratched the surface on what types of items or cards there are, and the value of things that you can find at garage sales and thrift stores may be much, much more or much, much less than you would give it credit for. So don't ever just walk by something and think that it might not be worth it. Whether you plan to keep it, whether you plan to resell it, the opportunity is everywhere for collectors and resellers alike. So always keep your eyes open. And of course, you may find that nostalgic piece. You may find that chonky Pikachu that Quoorn's mom sold for $8 at the garage sale many, many years ago.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Java, for coming on. And if you truly enjoyed this game, be sure to hit up Java Flip's channel down in the description below. It's always super fun to see him play this game. His channel is fantastic. He said everything today was spoken like a true resalesman. So I want to thank everyone for watching. And remember to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Quoorn's Quest. And let me know down in the comments what you think of Java Flips and what you think of this game that we played. And remember, happy questing, y'all.